business for 30 plus years. What are your thoughts on the business today, and are there changes you think that should be made?
Yeah, the first two changes, they need to get rid of Stephanie McMahon and Hunter McMahon, because they're two idiots. They're running the whole place up there. It's like, I mean, I feel sorry for the wrestlers nowadays. They got to, follow the instructions of these two idiots that clearly don't know what they're doing. People don't want to watch it because the ratings are down. And the reason why I'm calling Hunter McMahon, because she's obviously wears the pants. He's a ballless, walk around human being that, needs to check himself in and see what, what's really going on down there.
Hey, Scott, it's Jim Barcelona with Miami Herald down here in South Florida.
.com here again. My question here is not if, but when you are inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, do you see yourself being inducted by yourself or with your brother Rick?
First off, people always bring that up, like, wonder about me going. I'm not going to the WWE Hall of Fame because, I'm not going somewhere where there's nowhere to go. GPS to WWE Hall of Fame. Where's it at? See, I'm not going somewhere where if I get in trouble or something like that.
You've been removed from the queue.
I can't have a beacon call or call close.
Your request has been received.
I know. Or it could be anywhere. I mean, parts unknown. I'm not going into WWE. It's a joke. Because how can you go somewhere and visit somewhere with the Hall of Fame? It's non-existent. I mean, it'd be better off they put the WWE Hall of Fame on the moon. At least you can say, look up at the moon at night and say, wow, WWE Hall of Fame. And even if I get in trouble in the Hall of Fame and it's on the moon, I could call NASA and maybe they come and rescue me. It's like the WWE Hall of Fame doesn't exist. Where's the existence up in your mind of some people up there? It's a joke. I'm not going in the WWE Hall of Fame. Cancel your reservation if you want to go see me because it's not happening. As a matter of fact, I got a question for you. You are still online?
No, he's over on the next call.
You can ask me though if you want, Scott. It's Dan from TWS Radio. I'll field the question if you want to ask it.
All right. Ask you the question?
Yeah, go on, why not?
Okay. Let me ask you. Like, where do you think? They make these statues. Where do you think the statue of Ric Flair is at right now?
Well, that's a good question.
Where do you think that's at?
My gut feeling is in some warehouse somewhere.
You think? How about that statue of the Macho Man?
The same, I would imagine they're stored together. Where do you think they are?
Well, no. Have you seen the statue of the Macho Man?
That's a very good point, actually. It's a very good point.
Yeah. That's never going to leave Stephanie's bedroom, so no, you ain't going to ever see that. So no. Where do you think all these statues are at? Because they sure ain't no building. You're probably right. They're probably collecting dust in a warehouse somewhere.
No, they did put a physical Hall of Fame.
What's that?
If you did that, they did actually put a physical Hall of Fame, a physical one, a building you go to. Would you then be happy to be inducted, or is it still a no from your point of view?
Well, it depends. Vince gets paid to put on a show. You got to pay me because Vince is getting paid to show the program. I mean, I ain't doing anything for free. He doesn't do anything for free. He wants, So yeah, it's price is right.
Hi, Scott. It's the real Mike Johnson from PW Insider now. Following up, I guess, on the Hall of Fame trend here, was there any resolution at all to the situation where you had words with Hulk Hogan's wife, which led to WWE banning you and having people looking for you at the Hall of Fame because Hogan was threatened by your potential presence? Did anything ever come of that beyond Hogan going to the authorities? And how do you feel about Hogan today?
No, I had to get had my lawyer call the police department because he tried to, get me arrested for assault. Threatening his life. I mean, it's a series of, that carries 15, 20 years. So, and then of course, WWE takes the word of a racist and puts my picture all over the entrances so I can't, like, I'm going to go there, So, no, nothing's ever came of it. So, other than the fact that I had, Hogan shows what a coward he really is, when somebody,
Your input is invalid.
it was easy to prove my innocence.
We could end the questions, please, about the WWE Hall of Fame and move back to Scott's match at Slammiversary and other topics.
You've been removed from the queue. Your request has been received.
Fellow U of M grad. Was wondering if you'd ever consider being an honorary captain from Jim Harbaugh at U of M.
Say that again.
Was wondering if you'd ever consider being an honorary captain for University of Michigan with Jim Harbaugh. I know he's a big fan of pro wrestling and actually a big fan of you.
Oh, yeah. I saw Jim when he had one of those satellite camps. I went down and took my boys down there. I talked for a little bit. Actually, I was going to be a part of the signing day this year, but they changed the format. So, and I love the University of Michigan. I had the greatest time there. Met a lot of great people there I'm still friends with today. I can't say enough about the University of Michigan. It was like one of the funnest times of my life. And, it'd be an honor to go back to Michigan and be an honorary captain.
Hi, Scott. David Dunn with the New Zealand Pro Wrestling Informer. It's come out today that Impact Wrestling has acquired Global Force Wrestling. Obviously, the two companies have been working closely together for the year, but what do you think this formal acquisition means for the two moving on in 2017?
Well, it's just, everything's better from here on out. Jeff's putting a lot of things together, getting all the great talent that's out there around the world, and I think everything is looking good for moving forward for Impact Wrestling. So it's great.
Hey, Scott, it's Mike from PW Insider again. The question I wanted to ask earlier before we ended up on the tangent, what's your status with Impact going forward past Slammiversary? Have you signed a deal? Are you working the TV tapings? Are you considered a full-time Impact performer again? Where do you stand with Impact on July 3rd on?
No, I haven't had any talks on anything past past Slammiversary. But if I'm open to the fact where if somebody wants to hire me again to beat somebody up that they don't like, whether it be in the Impact Zone or we got these. Like I said, I already said my distaste for lawyers. Anybody in the Orlando area that wants to call me up and take out a lawyer that you have a problem with it, where they increase their phone bill or your bill by making frivolous phone calls you to run up the bill. I could do that too. So no, I'm open with suggestions. Call me up. I'll beat somebody up.
Hi, Scott. This is Nick Hausman with WrestleZone.com. I was wondering if you could please mathematically break down Jeremy Borash and Abyss's odds of success at Slammiversary.
And unfortunately, I don't have, zero. It's pretty hard to come up with a very interesting way to put zero. As far as the one that's a lot of people love that interview, the one I did with Samoa Joe. I went over to Europe, to like England and Glasgow and a couple other places with the inside the ropes thing, and that was one of the questions. They put that thing on a screen, ran the whole thing, and they loved it. It was just something that came off the top of my head, and that's what came out, and I had fun with it, and people enjoyed it. But